Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another unboxing video. Today I'll be sharing an unexpected Marc Jacobs purchase that I made from Revolve. I'm really excited to show you what I got. If you're curious to see my first impressions and unboxing, stay tuned, we're diving straight in. I've had my eye on Marc Jacobs handbags for a while now, especially their mini tote bags, which I've noticed they've renamed to the Crossbody bag on the official website. They didn't make it onto my 2024 handbag wishlist, but after reading reviews and seeing them in person at department stores and the flagship store on Regent Street in central London, I couldn't stop thinking about them. I was especially drawn to their fun, colourful designs, particularly the limoncello, the wolf grey, and lilac shades really caught my eye. Marc Jacobs seemed like a really great brand to consider for adding a vibrant piece to my collection, but I wasn't entirely sure if their handbags were still trending. That hesitation kept me from committing earlier, but I decided to keep an eye on the brand just in case I spotted a deal that was too good to pass up. And then one evening, while casually browsing online, I came across Revolve's website, and wow, their sale on Marc Jacobs handbags were incredible. Some of the crossbody and small leather totes were 50% off. The discounted colours included the black, Wisteria purple, blue hot pink, and tan colour that they call argan oil. Out of these options, I decided on this gorgeous pastel purple shade called Wisteria, and at that discount, I just couldn't say no. Everything came securely packaged with a nice thank you note and a QR code for order support. They even included a prepaid return label, which is always a thoughtful touch. It took a few days for the package to arrive from Revolve, and the process was smooth and straightforward, just like my previous experiences with them. The bag itself arrived in pristine condition, as you can see. It's completely unopened, just the way every online purchase should be. Knowing I was the first to unveil it made the unboxing even more exciting. Let's take off the outer packaging and get stuck in with revealing the bag together. So, here it is, the crossbody bag from Marc Jacobs in a wisteria colour. Isn't this shade just adorable? It's such a soft pastel purple, perfect for adding that subtle pop of colour to spring and summer outfits. Love the feel of the grains leather, which will wear well over time and won't scratch as easily. It's that kind of leather that just gets better with age, developing character, and a soft lift-in feel with regular use. The silver hardware complements the colour beautifully, and if you've seen my previous videos, you know how much I prefer silver over gold on my handbags. The zip glides smoothly and the bag feels so well made. Inside, the lining is a pale buttercream yellow, which contrasts quite nicely with the purple exterior. In just a moment, I'll be able to share a closer look of the inside with you. Inside, we also have a few things included, such as the Marc Jacobs dust bag wrapped in protective paper, which feels like it's made from a generic standard cotton material. There's a lot of protective packaging around the handle, zip and strap, as you can see, and that's helping a lot towards getting us to an excellent start. I always appreciate that care with my purchases to ensure the item reaches me in perfect condition. So, after all that digging around, here is that closer look at the buttercream colour and what it looks like on the inside. It's one open compartment, no internal pockets. Something to note is that the forward side of the handbag is leather, but the base is cotton canvas. Of course, we also have the carrying instructions enclosed and a card certifying that the bag is 100% leather. It's all pretty standard stuff to help you make the most of keeping your handbag in good shape. I'll be keeping the tag on for the time being, so if there's anything I spot after this video upload, at least I will have the chance to return it. As I'm removing the rest of the protective packaging, I'm taking an all-over scan on the bag, spot checking for any obvious defects or blemishes that shouldn't be there. Good news is, we're in the clear, so we're all still good. I want to quickly show you the crossbody strap for those interested. I love how versatile the strap makes this bag. You can wear it as a shoulder bag or crossbody, depending on your mood or outfit. At the ends of the strap, we have D-rings that you can attach to the handbag itself for those looks. These will swivel, a feature that I welcome very much, as my favourite handbag doesn't even have this add-on. Taking a look at the crossbody strap then, and as you can see, it's adjustable with 5 holes and the hardware feels sturdy. Currently it's defaulted to the middle, let's just leave it as it is and come back to that during the try-on. The embossed text on the front is clean and understated, blending seamlessly with the wisteria colour for a monochromatic look. Comparing the shade to the Marc Jacobs lilac option, the wisteria is softer and more pastel, while the lilac has a cooler blue undertone and a bolder embossed text. Notice a detail like darkening or muting the colour of the text can make such a difference. You can also see this detail translate well to the stitched label on the back of this bag. The embossed text is clear and crisp, consistent with the front, and the shade chosen to print this keeps the overall aesthetic subtle, which is my preference these days. Personally, I love the understated vibe of the Wisteria. Feels a little more unique, and just the right shade of purple that I like. Beyond the size and those surrounding limitations, there are a few quirks that come with this piece. For example, I'd recommend using a pouch to store your bits and pieces, given there are no internal pockets and in the long run will keep the cotton canvas from looking grubby over time. It does make me wonder why they didn't just make the base leather like how they've done with the sides. In my opinion, it would have made it that little more practical for me. The other thing I'd point out is that since the strap connects to the rings inside the bag, you'll need to adjust the end of where the zipper sits. So instead of tucking it on the outside, you'll have to adjust to tucking it on the inside. I know, it's sort of minor, but worth noting for everyday use. With all of that said, despite these quirks, I think this handbag has its own charm and practicality depending on how you use this. What I will say is that the size suits me just fine because of how little I carry anyways. One of the things I like to do with any new handbag is seeing how this piece will work for my everyday use. So let's move on to checking out my day-to-day things that I'll typically carry with me and see exactly how much space we'll be working with. That includes my pouch, my card holder, powder compact, lip balm, and hand sanitizer. With the winter weather sticking around here in the UK, I have things like my keys and phone in my coat pocket for ease of access, which is why I've excluded these items for this time. But anyways, I would say with all of these items in my bag, it's taking up less than half of the space inside. And if I include my house keys and my phone, I reckon it would have taken up around 60%, maybe 70%. I don't think there would be much space to put anything else bulky inside this once I've put all my essentials inside, but that's fine with me. In general, with this handbag in particular, I would avoid carrying unnecessary things unless I absolutely need them. Plus, you have to consider that overstuffing this could make it tricky to zip up. And honestly, once when you get into that situation, it's just a fuss if you're digging around trying to find something. Well, I'm ready for the fun part next, which is finally trying on this crossbody bag. Let's get that ready and check out how this wears on my 5'2" petite frame. I've noticed it's definitely easier to attach the strap on the left side of the bag away from the end of the zip. It's something I'll have to get used to, but I think tucking the tail end of the zip inside when the strap is on makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Personally, I think this bag looks best with the strap attached, so that little detail doesn't bother me too much. And here it is on as a shoulder bag. It's just how I remembered from trying this on in person at the stores. As a shoulder bag, the default to the middle adjustment on the strap means it's falling just below my hip on my 5'2" frame. It's slightly longer than I'd prefer, but it's still comfortable and easy for me to access the body of the bag. Now, as a crossbody, the length feels just right. It's practical, stylish for on-the-go use. I love how discreet the bag looks from a distance. The embossed text doesn't scream for attention, which I appreciate. I really like the middle adjustment a lot for crossbody wear and think it works well this way. It might just actually be my favourite way to wear this bag, but we'll see over time whether I'm right about that. I can definitely see myself treating this as my go-to bag for those days when I need to just be on the move quickly. Last but not least, we have the short handle wear next. This is just incredibly cute, right? There is definitely a time and place for this, and I'm thinking summer afternoon teas or during a casual stroll on the cruise ship. For these occasions, you might choose to leave the strap at home and use it strictly as a short handle handbag, or you could bring the strap along, tucking it inside the handbag for convenience. And this is where being mindful about the space inside the handbag comes in handy. Saving that room could be the difference of giving you that versatility if you decide to switch things up. Or you could just leave the strap hanging out casually, which itself is a look. But that's down to your preference and what feels right for you at that moment. That being said, I still feel like I made the right choice with this size. The next size up is a small, which I've seen in person and thought it was great for days when you want to carry a bit more. While the small size works well, I have to admit I'm still loving the mini handbag trend. It just fits my lifestyle better. At this moment in time, there's anything bigger than this current size of the crossbody bag, it starts to feel a little bit excessive for my needs. Other than that, I do wonder whether this handbag will experience colour transfer. I'll have to wear this handbag out a bit more and let you all know at a later time whether I experience this or not. But overall, I'm so incredibly happy with this purchase. The quality, colour and design exceeded my expectations, especially at the sale price. Snagging this for £150 from $325 felt like an absolute steal. I was honestly surprised that the tote bag line from Marc Jacobs hasn't been hit with price increases like so many other big names in the fashion world. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed anything different. That said, just a few days after my purchase from Revolve, the Marc Jacobs tote bags that were on offer returned to their original retail price. I imagine quite a few people jumped on the deal quickly, especially for the classic colours. So tell me, what are your thoughts on the Marc Jacobs tote bag range? Do you think it's still popular? And are people still gravitating towards this style? If you own a Marc Jacobs tote, which one do you have and how is it holding up for you? I'd love to hear all about it in the comments below. And if you're considering picking up a Marc Jacobs tote, I hope this unboxing video was helpful. I'll definitely be back to share my final thoughts on the mini tote after I've had some time to use it more. In the meantime, I'm wishing you all a happy, healthy and successful 2025. May you achieve everything you're aiming for this year, and I'll see you all again soon.